Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said say you wanna be somebody.
was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again, dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge, ain't come alive. Go to hell and back, just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place, ain't come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so high they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge, ain't come alive. Go to hell.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Babylon with our beautiful Luca Donrigo.
It is a pleasure to be here yet once again for another night full of Clash Royale action here for the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL. Here you also see our name tags. Again, feel free to drop us a follow, of course, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yes,
if people still use
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Chief Avalon everywhere except on Instagram. There's Chief Avalon with a little underscore for now. And then Don Rigoni on Twitter.
Yeah. With the underscore everywhere. Yes.
Yeah, but in between. Underscore.
Yeah.
Name.
Yeah. I might actually have to, like, with the whole lockdown situation still going on, I might have to think to like transition more into like a food tuber slash food blog kind of channel, because
why that?
I'm cooking and baking. It's basically all I'm doing at home.
You could actually share some recipes with us during the Clash Royale stream. We
Oh,
call
yeah.
it Cooking Royale. Then.
Cooking Royale, yeah, or Clash.
Cookout Royale.
Yeah, I'd see that. I mean, I've heard people before referencing the arena to a kitchen floor, because apparently, like with all the small tiles, it resembles like the tiles of you see in like these old school kitchens.
So, what's the favorite things you're cooking?
Good question. Like I just yesterday, I made my own pizza, like from scratch, including the dough.
I always make my own pizza, but it's from the refrigerator.
Yeah, see, I used to do that too, but like now, I think I can't go back now. This is like the real struggle. Next time, I'll serve some pizza rigoni for everyone.
Pizza rigoni.
But actually, we got some
That
quite...
actually has a really good sound.
Yeah, right? I had a friend
Rigoni.
in a volleyball team I used to play. One of the players, he suggested that I should found like a pasta brand.
Pasta brand.
You know, because like Rigoni already sounds
Pasta
like
Rigoni.
a type of pasta. And then like in Swiss German, you can do a really good slogan.
I
Like,
totally see that.
ich kann einfach nicht mehr ohne Rigoni.
Ich kann nicht mehr ohne Pasta Rigoni. Ohne. Ich kann nicht mehr ohne Pasta Rigoni. Yeah, that sounds good.
There you go.
I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah. Get that pasta
Perfect.
going. Crowdfunding
Let's go to
link
the first verse.
will be posted on my socials. As we have a look here at our first pairing of tonight, which will be Toy Boy. This time we got the right picture up there. Against our newcomer here in the league, Solag. And yeah, I hope he won't lag. Okay.
No,
that was terrible.
That was a bad one. But we all hope he doesn't lag. That's
Yeah, and I've been singing his praise for on Monday because he is a very strong and promising player. Actually, someone I could see finally taking the crown away from Senpai. But we'll have to see whether he's gonna perform today, whether he has a strong showing. And here we have a look at Toy Boy and also the last deck that he brought to the table here in the Swisscom Hero League.
Yes, he was in the Swisscom Hero League since Season 3. Never placed in the top 4 yet. Of course, he's hoping to change it this time. And then this is the deck he played last time. I'm curious, actually. One deck we really remember from Monday is the Royal Giant Skeleton.
Yes,
deck.
I actually started playing that one, and it worked wonders. I gotta say, it's really strong, especially with like the Giant Skelly is so strong on defense actually, because people tend to like overstack on defense when they're up against the Royal Giant, because whatever it takes, you really want to prevent even a single hit, because it's just such an efficient way to take down that tower. And then you can really punish them hard if you have that Giant Skelly behind it.
And here is our newcomer, No Lag, also known as Solag.
Yes,
sir. Yeah, we don't have a deck yet because he hasn't played. It's going to be his first match today in the league.
Yeah, and naturally he does not have any top 4 placements. It says here he's in the league since Season 3. That is of course not quite true, as he's just joined it this season. He has played in the second division kind of, and ever since.
Maybe it also counts the second division. I don't know.
That could be. That could be because he advanced. Because I think Toy Boy also wasn't in the league before last season.
But of course, here we are in the top division. Only the best players of Switzerland make it to this amazing Clash Royale Swisscom Hero League.
Yeah, and this amazing hero. There's heroes everywhere these
You're
days.
surprised.
I mean,
You're still surprised.
Yeah. I'm still surprised how we can switch around things here. And by the way, we are of course not only playing Clash Royale here. Maybe some of you guys.
We're actually not playing.
There.
We're just talking.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Just to be precise.
There is also some CSGO going on. So maybe some of you out there have caught the stream yesterday. Tomorrow we once again will have another CSGO stream, and then we also have our third title in our lineup, which is League of Legends, and that will be held in the last week of April. Actually, we had a small schedule change. For everyone out there who's interested in playing League of Legends themselves and maybe are considering to compete alongside their friends, because in order to match with the schedule of the Prime League, we shifted one of the days, so it's not the 10th and 11th anymore of April for the 2 qualifiers, but instead it's the 9th and 10th of April. So you can still sign up and keep your eyes open for that. Then of course, already teasing it a little bit, we will be having our grand finale once again in the first week of May. That being the 9th of May,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
It's gonna be hopefully in person. I'm really looking forward to that. Last year we were not able to have a lot of audience at the final.
Yeah, we had a small one, but certainly not
very
comparable
small
to.
audience, family and friends,
Yeah.
basically. And I hope we get a little bit bigger of an audience this year.
Yeah, fingers crossed for that,
Fingers crossed.
because there's no experience quite like this big crowd and a whole kind of stage, even if it's a small stage, but
Yeah.
full of people cheering on their favorite players and teams. That is, of course, so fantastic. Not just for us as the casters, but even more for the players themselves and their families when they can just experience this feeling of really being on stage and kind of earn the fruits of their labor.
By the way, didn't you promise me a chocolate cake last time?
I didn't say when I'll bring it. I will,
Okay.
and I'll put it right here then.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, do you prefer? Do you want the full chocolate cake or do you want like a muffin or a cupcake?
Really dense chocolate.
Yes, but like you want the whole cake.
No, actually a small piece like this
Okay.
is enough. But
Okay.
it
With
has to
a
be
candle in it.
no can.
Yes.
That's just no.
Just one
That's
little candle.
Candles for kids.
One candle for a half century of Chief Avalon. As we're getting into the game here.
Candles are for kids. They used to say. That's not me saying this.
But candles are nice. They're shiny and they're warm and glowing, and there's a knight in the arena, which
And
just
the hunter
takes down.
and poison. That's actually very mean to throw poison on that hunter.
Actually, I saw a really interesting new deck concept the other day. It's called the Speedy Balloon. You actually use the balloon card and you play the skeleton barrel right behind it, and then the skeleton barrel pushes it forward.
The balloon, makes it
Yes, and
faster.
there is now the graveyard here coming down for Solag quite early. Sappi's
Still
taking
very
beautiful
popular,
care.
of course, the graveyard.
Yeah, and 2015 remaining on that right hand side here. A little bit in the past.
By the way, before we forget, the bans. The Lava Hound is banned by both of the players.
Oh, yeah.
And then you also see Toy Boy on the left side of your screen. I really like the background
Yeah, it's
that
quite
he's
small.
playing with. Unfortunately, we don't see Solag at the moment. We see him, but it's just a picture.
Maybe it is him. He's just frozen, you know?
It's just
Have you ever watched Star Wars and what happens to Han Solo? Maybe that's the case.
Don't spoil.
I think, like, talking about... I think there are movies where it's okay to spoil.
You
Because
think
they're
there's
so-
a time limit? Like
Yes,
After
yes.
20 years, it's okay to spoil
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
But
like
the-
spoiler alert, if you don't know that Dumbledore dies in Harry Potter,
What?
you're not protected from
What?
that.
He dies?
Maybe. We don't know.
I thought he's coming back
it could be.
afterward. He's not really dead.
And then once again, Toyboy here with the Electro Giant entering
Spoiling
the
it
arena.
for everyone.
Yeah. After like 10 years, your chance is over. If
No,
you haven't seen it by
There's
then,
always a
then
new audience that doesn't know yet. You can't spoil it.
you can.
Now I'm never gonna watch all of them.
And now beautiful defense here
Another
coming out
graveyard.
of Solag once again.
It
Big
looks
dragon.
really good for Solag at the moment.
Yeah, he has a
those graveyard.
significant damage lead here on the right hand side. Those Sappies just provide so much value here on the defensive
Zap is-
side.
We've seen that on Monday already. Zap is a really good card.
Oh, and now once again here, Electro Giant, this time right at the bridge here, pushing
Yeah,
forward,
but there's
but
the bomb tower.
the bomb
Come
tower.
on.
That's just mean.
The bomber.
That's just mean.
There's not really a way of getting past that bomb
Yeah.
tower.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Electro Giant is a fantastic card if you get it to the tower. But those scenarios, they are quite slim. And there's another graveyard now combined with the poison.
138 and
Yeah,
that's
but
tower
that
gone. Yeah, Solag.
Sneaky two Larrys there, right behind the tower.
I think we
taking it
didn't
all
promise
down.
too much here. That was pretty comfortable for Solag. He
Yeah.
completely controlled the match and good start for him in the league.
pretty chill going about it, and we actually have a replay here
Wow.
coming in. We can have a look again at that finish here. Toy Boy trying to stave off the aggression here. Ooh, that was loud.
Beautiful.
Um,
Beautiful finish. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay, we have a bit of production in our ear, causing a bit of internal confusion,
A
like
little bit of
internal
confusion.
talking between our ears, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, Solak, he seemed quite relaxed during this first game.
Yeah, that was not really a challenge for him so far.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious now, Toy Boy. I don't know, the deck choice may be a little bit too common, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Like, this is why you don't see Electro Giant in the meta. It's just a very heavy card that is not strong enough
Yeah.
for.
I don't like him, the Electro Giant.
Like, I like him. I love him as a concept.
Here's the decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the it's actually
It's actually
really
the same.
heavy,
It's
like
actually the
8
same
elixir.
deck.
It's crazy.
The same deck as he played on Monday in his last game. We featured it.
It's
right
actually a
at the beginning.
golem deck, isn't it? Just with the Electro Giant instead
Yeah,
of the golem.
kind of. But like, you also run the Dark Prince and the Baby Dragon, and I think in the most common golem versions, you'd run Night Witch and Bomber.
And then the
Almost.
Graveyard Poison is just a regular Graveyard Poison
Yeah,
deck, and
yeah.
that just works well. That's
And it's
still
just
strong.
such a strong counter, because I think big problem with the Electro Giant is it doesn't really provide much in terms of defense. It's not as tanky as a Golem, for example, and it does not survive as long. It doesn't split. If it ever gets to the tower, the damage it deals is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
But
it's
to
hard
get there,
to play,
it's really
I
tough.
feel like the Electro Giant is hard to play.
Yeah.
It's
like it's not worth the risk or the investment currently. So
very expensive. 8 elixir for the risk, as you say, to actually try and play him and get him to the tower.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe there is a reason for him playing that one.
Yeah, but as I said, like, as a concept, I like Electro Giant. I think it is a unique version of these whole giant concepts. The thing is, it needs some kind of change to it, I feel. I personally think either an HP buff, a radius buff, or a cost buff. So it's only 7 elixir.
Yeah,
for
7.
example.
But that will make it OP maybe.
You think
We're going
so?
to the next match. How many giants can there be? I mean,
I mean, you have the regular giant for
the
5
the
elixir.
Goblin
You
giant,
have the Goblin giant,
the
which is
Electro
6.
Giant.
And then you have the elixir golem. Yeah.
What about a poison giant or a wall breaker giant?
The wall breaker, just carrying like a
Actually, the wall-
huge bomb. And
That
if
one
go-
already exists. That's the giant skelly. That's the wall breaker giant.
Yeah,
kind
kind of
of.
true. Yeah. That will blow up your tower completely.
Miner.
As there we see the
Okay,
miner on the
interesting.
left hand
Oh,
side.
the guard. The Royal Recruit.
The recruits here coming in, but those bats doing a great job here on the right side. He
Royal
manages
Recruits.
to stave off
That's
the
a
aggression.
very annoying unit, the Royal Recruits, because they're actually very strong and excellent defense.
Not against the fast cycle here though. That Solak
Oh.
deck provides, and a beautiful
Wall
deployment there
breakers.
of the knight.
They're gonna free that goblin.
As he gets a good bit of damage there on the left hand side, even though those wall breakers did get absorbed by the goblin cage. But nevertheless, Solak here showing off his prowess
bomb
on this
tower.
wall breaker deck. And once again here he carries the bomb tower.
That's just an excellent count, the bomb tower.
That's just mean, to be honest.
Yeah. It's really rough to play against the bomb tower.
That's bullying to a certain degree. But yeah, that was just maybe a tip for everyone at home. You can actually activate King Tower with the use of any troop when he uses the Electro Spirit, by just deploying it at the right time, like right when it jumps. You can get the connection, and Toy Boy seems to have
the
conceded
tower's
this tower
down.
here by the looks of it.
Beautiful.
And once again, there's the
Royal
fireball.
Recruits again.
Those Royal Recruits. They just don't stand a chance here. That's just unfair.
Now where's the bomb tower? There
Yeah.
you go. Easily stopped by the bomb tower.
Yeah, and look at the bats. He gets so much value out of these bats. And then once again, a miner coming down. These times the wall breaker do connect onto that tower.
That's just very unlucky deck choice here by Toy Boy.
Yep.
I mean, Solak here with the bomb tower. It's almost like predicting the Royal Hawks.
Yeah, and look at those bats, man. Everything just falls to them. They just get to maul away.
There's the wall
essentially
breakers hitting the tower.
And there's
That's
the log to
painful.
clean everything up. That's
Well
nearly
played,
a
he
2
says.
tower
Of
difference.
course, fair play. But that's already the 2-0 lead here for Solak.
Solak not even breaking a sweat. What is overtime?
Yeah, what a
He doesn't
great
need
start
this.
here for Solak. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
He just plays it. See, that's what I meant. See, he's so strong. He just
He
like
is.
doesn't really
Yeah, I
really
remember
get
in
stressed out.
the first final that we had, I talked to the players and a lot of players actually said Solak is the best of us, but he's not playing
Yeah,
at the moment.
kind of missed
So-
it. Here you can
Here's
see it
the
once
replay,
again.
there's the wall breakers.
Look at this. The wall breakers, they do get
Oh, they
absorbed.
just disappeared.
Okay.
Here's the Royal Recruits.
then-
And the Royal Hawks, they didn't
Okay,
get there.
that was short.
Okay, that was short and quick. And but you get the impression. I
Yes.
guess.
And there we go. Like Solak already being up here 2-0, and yeah, he's cruising. He's cruising through.
So far.
It's not really much to analyze here. That was just 2 times super clean play coming out from Solak. It's actually a bit of a throwback to.
It's really unfortunate here for Toy Boy because he faces with the Royal Hawks. When you face those Royal Hawks, that bomb tower,
Yeah.
that's really difficult.
And here, for everyone interesting who might want to snag the deck for themselves and try it out, maybe get some wins, play it in some challenges or even on ladder. Here you have both the 2 decks. As you can see here, of course, a lot more troops being deployed on the side of Toy Boy here, bringing that swarm archetype to the table here. But of course, with the bomb tower and the log, the answers here are just fantastic for Solak. And yeah, honestly, also the bats here, I mentioned it over and over. They were just a perfect answer here to anything that Toy Boy could throw at him, because yeah, I mean, they're flying, and for people who play Magic, flyers are OP.
Bats.
Yeah.
Bats are OP, we know that.
Yes.
Since a year now.
And we are already jumping into game
Be
number 3.
careful with
This
bats.
might already be the first win here for Solak coming in.
Where's the furnace, by the way? Oh. Zappies again. Zappies in the arena. We were both surprised on Monday at how often Zappies are played, but it turned out that Zappies are a really good defensive card.
Yeah, they're just fantastic. I mean, you can essentially use them against anything. It's great at stopping something like a balloon, for example, but it's also great against, for example, a Dark Prince, because they split up nicely into individual pieces. They stop the charge. It's just an overall very, very strong unit. As there, once again, maybe a King Tower activation. Nope, the E-Drag does
Toy
go
Boy
down.
trying something new now. New deck.
Gets one hit there with the barb coming out from
With
that
the
barrel.
miner.
And once again, there are the Zappies.
A little bit of chip damage there with the miner.
Look at this. One Zappy taking care of the Skeleton Dragon. One Zappy taking care of the miner. And even though there's a
The
poison,
hunter.
Solak is up quite a significant amount of elixir here. And once again,
A
it's the
splash
graveyard.
yard deck. A good old splash yard.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's so beautiful. Memories. Memories come to life when looking at that splash yard deck.
Yeah, and
It's
look at
just
this. So
beautiful.
much elixir spent here for Toy Boy in order to defend this. I don't know if you really want that, my dear. And there's once again goes the King Tower activation. Ah, Solak just says, "Oh, thank you for tanking for
Yeah,
that
he
E-Drag,
seems
so
really
I can
comfortable
activate
at
it."
the moment. Although the lead is not that big this time.
Yeah, but still 1500. And look at the elixir though.
Just the sap
Quite
is
heavily in favor of Solak still.
There's
And there go the
He
Royal
plays those
Recruits.
recruits very offensive.
Yeah, he
Trying
has to
get them to
generate
the
pressure
tower.
here.
There's the miner.
That's
Nah.
essentially the game plan here for Toy Boy. Create pressure so Solak cannot afford to use that
Another
graveyard. But with a defense like that, it's just too easy. He does have the defensive poison though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Easy to defend with the poison, of course.
But nevertheless, the push is still alive and strong.
That tornado, though.
Oh, the baby dragon just decides to retarget. Spits once onto the princess tower and then just decides to
turns
chase
around.
after the
Yeah.
knight. And another one.
He has his own mind. He does what he wants.
And another one.
Another one. Send everyone. There's the tower
and there's
going down.
aggressive poison now. That's a clean 3-for-0 sweep here for Solak.
Wow. What a
Not
start
even
here.
close.
What a start for Solak here. Not even close. Yeah, you're saying it right. 3-0 start in the season. I think Solak's gonna be very happy and relaxed now.
See, if you look at this kind of gameplay, we want that. We need that. None of these
we
clone
want clone
shenanigans.
We want that. We need that. We love that.
You want that. I certainly not. I despise that. But let's actually have a look here at the game stats for this pairing here. That was quite a quick one here, I gotta say.
Yeah, that was a fast match.
This is Solak's deck here. That's certainly one I'm gonna snag for myself too. And try it out.
How many deck slots do you have? Like, do you have more than we do? You snag in every deck.
Yes. No, I like to change it up from
But
time
also
to time,
here,
to
I
be
mean,
honest.
if you look at that deck, it's like very unfortunate for Toy Boy here to play against the graveyard.
Yeah, and Toy Boy, he swapped decks. He swapped in the E-Drag was new. Instead of the Electro Spirit, he also swapped in the poison to specifically counter a potential graveyard. But he went so aggressive that he didn't even have the elixir for it. And in the end,
Maybe the problem here is really that he played those Royal Recruits in offense close to the bridge. If he used those recruits in defense against graveyard, he could probably build a stronger push.
That's true, but I gotta say, like from personal experience, they are not too strong against a graveyard, because the problem is you cannot deploy all of them on the same tower. Of course, you can have 4 of them on one side, but then again, they're very, very expensive. You're paying 7 elixir. If you look at Solak's deck, graveyard plus poison is 9 elixir, and will probably already take down those Royal Recruits and maybe even get the occasional hit in onto the tower, which then can then potentially already be a decider in that matchup.
Yeah, that was a crazy fast match. Here's the final stats, and again, no, this time the theory is not true actually. The average card elixirs. Solak played the more expensive deck, but still won.
Yeah.
So we cannot establish the rule. However, one exception is still confirming the rule. But we cannot clearly establish the rule that the cheaper deck wins.
Yes.
And we see that here. Solak, but I mean 4 is still a rather cheap deck. It's not that expensive.
It is.
But both of them are actually playing above this like magic 3.5 decks. So it seems like decks are getting slightly heavier than in previous seasons.
Yeah, I think this is due to different reasons. I mean, with more balance, you have to like just build your card small all around, and it's a lot harder to just focus on one aspect. If you take like classic 2.6 Hawk Rider,
that's too cheap.
It's like that's like the cheapest deck I think.
You have to be really fast
that is like competitively viable. Let's put it like that. And but this in a meta where every deck is so well balanced and can afford to have different answers, you might like even your good matchups become rather bad or too even for you to that it even makes sense to play the deck, and then we will like not just go all in on that one win condition, but you add some heavier cards that can generate value, that can help you control more, establish more control on defense, and then build those strong counter pushes behind your win conditions. Of course,
that probably explains why there's a tendency for decks getting heavier.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we're already heading into the first short. I say this clearly, short. Emphasize a short break, a very short break, only 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back with the next match. Who is playing the next match?
I'm not.
Do we actually know?
Sure yet. I think we had it.
Maybe we could announce that quickly.
we didn't show you the full schedule, and we'll make sure to show you that after the break. But until then, get something nice to drink, maybe a snack or some popcorn, because I hope the next games will be a little bit closer and not over as quickly.
I'm looking forward to some clone decks and 3 crowns. And we'll see you after the break with more.
Oh, there.
Where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning, 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 until the day the world stops spinning.
It's been a road less traveled, all alone. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it, 'cause I'm out here staying.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet. Et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to once
Guess who's
again
back. We're back.
we're getting the MC8. Let's go.
With some amazing Clash Royale action. And in the meantime, we found out who's going to play next. It's going to be Solag. No, not you. It's going to be Solag again. But who's the opponent?
It's going to be Toy Boy again.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Come on. You're making this up.
Production, can we get the schedule real quickly on screen?
Can we get the schedule again? Please.
The old man has
Please.
amnesia. And
The young man is confused.
Ah, yes.
It's Toy Boy. As I said, it's Toy Boy against Bodo Chef. I was, of course, right. And after that, we're going to have Jesus against
and let's see if
Dutchet.
they're ready for the big stage.
And then Sailor against Kefran. Of course, we're also looking forward to the Jesus match. Jesus is our great finalist of last season. And that's going to be very, very interesting.
Jesus against Dutchim, definitely one of the most high quality and high caliber matches that we're gonna have overall. And then to round things off, we're also gonna have the match between Sailor and Kefron. Both of those we have seen already yesterday. Sailor, who seemed to really still like his Royal Recruits deck, but he actually put it to great work. Unlike Toy Boy in the game we just saw. But I'm quite curious whether he can recuperate and get a win here against Po the Chef.
It's difficult for Toy Boy. He has to recover very quickly now and forget about what just happened. Forget those last 20 minutes.
I mean,
start
it was quite a short series, so it's probably also easy to forget.
But that makes it even harder on him. I mean, he has to.
You just have to delete 10 minutes off of your mind, and you're good to go.
The last 10 minutes and start fresh, like nothing happened before.
Yes.
Then it's going to be very interesting match here by Toy Boy. He is a great player. Don't underestimate him just because what happened a few minutes ago. We've seen some great matches in the last season from Toy Boy.
Definitely so, definitely so.
So here's the versus match. There we see him, Toy Boy, the gentleman here on the left, and to the right we see Po du Chef.
Yeah, both of them of the same organization. It's like, can the student become the teacher here, or is it the other way around? And will he show this young Padawan here who's boss?
Empire Swiss Royale, that's the name, right? Empire Swiss Roman, Empire Swiss Empire Swiss Royale.
I'm amazed that you
remember
that.
Empire.
Yeah, Swiss.
Empire.
Swiss R question mark.
With the R, I'm not sure if it's Roma or Royale. Royale. I think it's Royale.
We'll have to find out. Here is he, the young one, Po the Chef. One of our newer additions to the league, has not finished in the top 4 yet, and here we see the last deck he played, where he actually adapted beautifully to the efforts coming out from Sailor it was, where he managed to turn things around against those Royal Hawks and Royal Recruits. In the end, though, he got overwhelmed by, I think it was a graveyard deck there.
And notice how he's playing 5 legendary cards.
Yes. If you want to flex on those noobs, you just throw all the legendaries
There
in there.
seems to be a trend, kind of, that people play mainly legendary card decks.
You think so?
Yeah, we'll have a look on that, how that develops. I have the impression that there's a lot of legendary cards.
I mean,
maybe
you could also add in a log, or
maybe there's just so many legendary cards by now.
Yeah, there's
Just
quite a
imagine
few.
in like 5 years there will be like 50 legendary cards.
What's your favorite legendary?
The princess.
The princess?
The princess is just cool by design. She's perfect. Perfectly designed. She was one of the first legendary cards.
Okay.
And it was so special that she has that reach to hit the tower without getting hit herself.
Yeah, that's true.
And she's just a beautiful designed card.
Yeah, I agree.
And she was very strong, even though she's squishy.
She can be
as
so
you'd
annoying.
say.
Yeah.
She's squishy, but she's very annoying and strong. And my opinion, that's one of the best cards in the game. From the looks, from the design, but also from the strength that she has.
Yeah, definitely so. And I think
What's your favorite legendary? Mega Knight.
No, no.
I would say Royal Giant, but that's not a legendary.
It's probably actually the Fisherman.
The Fisherman.
Because he has that unique aspect to him with like pulling cards to different places and like mess with your opponent's positioning. Outside of the Fisherman, like my number 2 is the Magic Archer.
Oh, we're in the first match. Let's go. The Magical Archer. I don't like that guy. He's like a copy of the Princess, kind of, just with a different aim.
Yeah, similar.
There you go. Mega Knight's on the map, getting burned. Burn, baby, burn. The Mega Knight.
Reminds me of Legolas from the Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, and he still hits the tower. Oh no. Oh no, no. That was painful.
Is sad. He
That
banned
was
out the
very
Electro Giant,
painful.
by the way. That's a first. So he respects the possibility here for Toy Boy to bring that to the table. As he's down quite a bit of elixir with that failed bomb tower. So now he has to make a plan here how to get back into this game. Try his best. And look at those. Everything nice and shiny here.
Very popular. We've seen that on Monday already. The bomb tower is a strong defensive card. There's the graveyard.
Graveyard now coming out.
Snowball. Oh, it seems Snowball. He did not have the poison ready here.
Yeah, he used it aggressively there, hence he did not have it anymore.
And Toy Boy spotted that little mistake immediately and punished it.
And the Ram Rider does not manage to get anything done here. Now there's another bomb tower.
Yeah, it's just an excellent defense card. Slowing down everything.
And he managed to get back a bit of elixir here.
But also the Goblin Cage is a strong card. It's like an elixir storage.
Oh, Podeshev also bringing that Mega Knight here.
It's gonna be a boxing match here in the center.
Indeed. Disclaimer, don't try this at home. Don't put
Indeed,
spikes.
my friend, indeed.
Don't put spikes on your boxing gloves.
No, that will hurt.
That's illegal.
It hurts and is illegal.
It's definitely illegal. Oh, there. Once again, the E-Wiz does come down. And there's not a graveyard now. This might
that's a
be
strong push with the graveyard. At least he has the defensive poison this time.
Ooh, that bomb tower though.
The few of
placed
them
quite greedily on that left side. There has to invest a snowball as well.
It's already in triple digits. Not looking good for Podushev.
No, definitely not. Decides to switch sides here. Gets the connection there. On connection.
I think that's a very important match here for Toy Boy to recover from the previous match, and it seems like he's starting well here in this match.
Yeah, but a fantastic adaptation here coming out from Podeshev to switch lanes here. Try and defend, but there once again,
that
graveyard does come in.
A few skellies always hit.
Yeah, they
And
try to get through.
nice.
One more hit, 80
and
HP.
That's just in the range of the poison. There's literally no way that Podeshef could actually win this.
Nope.
Unless
Certainly not.
Toyba gets a disconnect.
Yeah.
Which we don't hope.
And
There's
there
the
it
poison
goes.
sent. Look at that emote. The princess is just beautiful.
just
Also
mean.
that princess emote, that's just beautiful.
I actually.
We want
what's your-
that. We need that.
What's your favorite emote then? Anything with the
I like
princess?
that knight that cheers, the cheering knight.
Hey!
That
That
one's,
one, okay.
that one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The dancing mini Pekka.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That one, yeah.
And the princess kissing. I always use the princess, by the way. Whenever I win, I send a kissing princess
Yep.
to the opponent
I see.
to comfort them for the loss they've taken.
This was actually decent.
And
defense
when I
here.
lose, I usually send the goblin, the zombie goblin. You know which one I mean? The one with the arms.
The one with
The arms in front of him, like
Oh, that one.
that zombie
Yeah,
goblin. I always
yeah.
send that one
Yeah.
to tell the opponent I was playing like a zombie goblin.
Actually, love the prince emote where he's like with the rainbow.
With the coffee.
Oh yeah, that one's
That
that
one's
one's
nice.
great. But also the one with the rainbow in the background where
Yeah.
he's like laughing like. And it's all unicorns and rainbows. And here we once again have a look at the two decks that both of them brought to the first match here. And it looks like more legendaries does not necessarily
By the way,
win you
did
the
you
game.
get the birthday emote?
Which
The
one?
5 years Clash Royale birthday emote?
I don't think so.
You didn't? Oh, I should give it to you then.
Oh yes, please do. Please do. I need it
Yeah.
in my life. I'll never criticize clone again.
Okay, deal.
Damn it! And we have it on stream now again.
You will actually cheer clone from now on.
well, let's not go that far. But yeah,
Yeah, we need that.
I think it's a fun aspect of the game that they actually have a bit of a creative.
See how
creative-
fast he changes?
not the. I'm not talking about the clone.
Oh,
I'm talking
you
about
don't.
the emotes.
Ah.
That they have a bit of a creative outlet.
I must say I prefer the Clash Royale emotes over the Brawl Stars emote. Because, yeah, I don't know, the Brawl Stars emote are kind of too small to see
Yeah.
and too hard to differentiate between them.
Yeah, I can
They
imagine.
all look kind of alike.
Well, the perspective is quite different too, isn't it?
Like in Clash Royale, they're really good, great, big.
This being top down just makes it a lot more visible in a sense. Ooh, nice.
Inferno
Electro
Tower.
Spirit there.
Ah, nice counter here to that Giant Skelly. Maybe this is Giant Skelly Royal Giant.
Oh,
again.
look at this though. The Zappies are in the house, but they get
Zap is
locked
in the
back.
house. Too late though. Too
They
late
will
to
reset
reset.
the Inferno Tower. One of the Zappies has connected, gets two sneaky hits in on that right hand side.
Goblin Barrel. How did he call the Goblin Barrel last season? Didn't he have a special Kobold Fest here?
Oh, the no, was that a
There you go. Royal Giant again.
we used something different.
And also the beautiful princess. I think we were speaking of the Kampfholz a lot.
Kampfholz, yeah.
The Krampfholz is also back here.
And look, there's your princess. There you go.
Princess. Look at how beautiful she is there on the bridge, hitting the tower, just doing her thing.
Misplay there by Podeshef. Quite a bit of a mistiming there on
It's a
that
beautiful
Electro
card.
Spirit. Not getting to kill those Larrys. And they get quite a
Larrys.
significant bit of damage on that tower.
There's the next princess and the Goblin Barrel.
This is like the definition
Hunter.
of Kampfholz.
Kampfholz.
Köder.
But the Hunter
deck.
is also doing a good job here in defense.
Yeah.
Princess, see how much damage she's doing.
Lockbait would essentially be Kampfholz Köder, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Krampfholz Kröder.
Oh, look at this. That
Royal Giant.
is still at half health. Yeah.
Just the little skellies.
That's absolutely what I hate. It's like, oh yeah, we're log bait. Let's just add
Another
insult to injury and also put the
one.
Skarmy in there.
Another one. Look at that bottom left tower. Just going down to 545.
And yet another Royal Giant
Fisherman.
coming in there.
Yeah, I also like the fisherman
Oh.
just for the mechanics. He's
A little
really
over eager there on that barb barrel.
Burned.
Not taking out the
He
Skarmy.
got burned. Literally.
Oh, and look at this, the right-hand side double
Yeah,
lane
has to use
pressure.
The giant skelly goblin bear princess. See, she's the
Good
MVP
timing. Oh.
in this match, the princess.
Not quite the perfect timing
Look at
there.
that princess. Beautiful. MVP
And now he has to
of
be-
the match.
Podeshchev has to be really, really careful here. It's one more log it takes. And he predict the princess. Nice absorption there of that tower damage. He can still take this one. Maybe, maybe, maybe.
Yeah, Royal Giant's very dangerous.
But there's the log, and that will
And
just seal the deal here. Toy
Yes,
Boy taking
Toy
another
Boy
one.
is back.
2-0 here for the master. The student cannot quite match to the old man. Quite unlike the caster desk here on the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL.
Yeah, you have to finish the training first
Yeah.
before you fight the dark.
No,
side.
but you know, like here on the desk,
There you
it's
go.
like the student has exceeded the master or excelled.
I don't think so. That's always what the student thinks, and then he gets burned.
Then he gets burned. Well,
Beautiful. Look at that little barrel over there. Doing so much damage, and of course the MVP here, the princess. Look, she's just doing damage from the back, and then towers on 54, and all it takes is one more log. Beautiful princess play.
yeah, I think the problem here, to a certain extent, by Podeshchev was the lack of like if you're up against the building, and especially against log bait, you have to play your Royal Giant behind the King Tower, and you cannot just use the spam. You really want to go for
The
that
interesting
double
thing
push.
though is on Monday we noticed that this Royal Giant Skelly deck is very strong.
Yeah.
But why didn't it work here?
Because he like if I'm honest, because Toy Boy played the matchup way better.
Maybe because the spell bait, the Goblin Barrel deck is faster, and I mean that's kind of what we discussed on Monday. It's a very expensive deck.
Yes.
The Royal Giant and the Giant Skelly is very expensive, so to really get into play against such a fast deck is difficult.
Yeah, but essentially, like here in this kind of matchup, you really want to try in single elixir time to take as little damage as humanly possible. Don't really play with the Royal Giant, create pressure through the Giant Skelly, for example, but like really focus on defense, because then also your Earthquake like opens up, because you don't need it to you don't need to use it on offense to take down those Inferno towers that are messing with your Royal Giant, but instead you can use it on defense. You can use it on a Goblin Barrel or a Skeleton Barrel or a Skarmy, for example, and then just like use that defensive spell. And then once you hit double elixir time, you can like set in the next gear where you have the advantage with your heavier and more valuable cards, and then yeah, try and build a push from behind the King Tower with the Royal Giant and the Giant Skelly in combination, because in single elixir time, and if you just like put down the Royal Giant right at the bridge, you can't do that. But if you enable your Giant Skelly to tank the Inferno Tower for your Royal Giant, you can then create a lot of pressure. And if you have the Earthquake to back it up and use your E-Spirit plus the Barb Barrel on defense, you should be good. And even if it does not go well, if you're forced to, for example, trade towers, with Royal Giant, you actually have, in general, you have the way better setup for the second tower. Because you can just play the Royal Giant in the pocket, and your opponent has to be super predictive with the Inferno Tower in order to get that one.
And I mean, looking at this deck, the problem with the Spellbait deck here is really that you have the Goblin Barrel and the other guy has the Barb Barrel to counter this one.
Yeah.
But then you also have the Princess, and then you need to counter the Princess. You have a Hunter, you can counter the Barb Barrel with Hunter, but then you're out of weapons for the Skeleton Army.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's really a problem, because he has 3 units that can attack, and he needs to use his Barb Barrel and the Hunter to counter them.
Yeah, this is also a big reason, I feel, because why we usually see, instead of the Zappies, we see the Ewis still, because you have that enter the arena effect.
Yes.
You have essentially that that zap effect tied to an already very solid unit and a more ranged unit as well.
You could zap out the Skeleton Army.
Exactly,
with that,
exactly.
That's missing otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you like that one more option. And in this scenario, like you saw in the beginning, like a really good usage of the Electro Spirit on the Skeleton Barrel. That's great to do. You can also, if you don't have the Barb Barrel in rotation, you can use the Hunter with a very like precise timing to actually counter the barrel,
yeah,
and take that down in one shot. Plus, then you have a full health Hunter pushing that down, and then you can potentially use your cards. Or I'd even
you
consider
could use the Barb Barrel for the Princess then.
Yeah, but it doesn't kill it anymore.
Doesn't kill it immediately.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's true. I'd probably in this scenario, I'd even consider using the giant skeleton as a counter to the Princess, because it's only like you only pay 3 elixir essentially, and you then get the threat of a giant skelly. And if you manage to get the Inferno Tower out with the giant skelly, you have essentially traded 6 for 8 elixir, and that's the moment where you then can aggressively use your Royal Giant.
And then, by the way, this is already match point for Toyboy if he wins.
True.
Then also we have the camera of Paul the Chef now fixed, and we can also watch that young player here.
That was an interesting clone there coming out from Paul the Chef.
Oh dang, I missed the clone.
He used it on just the giant skelly.
You turned into a clone lover.
I don't.
You
Especially not like if you use clone, make sure you use it properly. And that was an improper use. Well, that sentence implies that there is a proper use, which I don't think there is, but let's put that discussion to the side for a minute. As
Flying Machine is back.
Oh, and the Skeleton Barrel on top
here
of
with
it.
the clone. He probably wants to clone the Flying Machine, but the Hunter stops it on the way.
Beautifully played.
Hunter is a very popular card.
Nicely played, that Skeleton Barrel. Because if you play it all the way to the side and not right at the bridge, you can actually circumnavigate those enemy buildings.
Will it make its way to the other side?
Will it blend?
There's the Mega Knight jumping it, pushing it a little bit back, and then destroyed it. Giant Skelly, I mean, that's just cruel. Just gonna stop him there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm curious. Stopping the Mega Knight before the bridge here?
Oh, that's expensive here. The barbs all in the poison.
So it cannot tank for a potential graveyard. And they're still whacking away at each other. As the Giant Skelly will just fall here.
Both of them a good defense right now.
Yeah.
None of them really at a disadvantage at the moment.
But at the moment, Paul the Chef
way.
Leaking a lot of elixir.
Again, that cannon card is fast and makes it to the other side.
Now is the question, can Paul the Chef get some momentum here?
Oh,
the fisherman will pull it away.
Yeah, both of them
the
really
bomb does
strong
not
in
connect.
defense at the moment.
Some more barbs there coming out. Will be a heavy defense here to manage.
Cannon card is actually a really good defense against Graveyard.
Yeah, so far
Some of the skellies will hit.
Nevertheless, though, a lot of damage being done.
Not in triple digits yet.
1100 HP remaining here for Chef.
And another Skelly. Trying to make his way. Trying to break through to the other side.
This could actually potentially be a push here for Chef.
Giant Skelly is not gonna walk to that goblin. It's getting close to the tower.
Oh, it gets to the tower and the flying machine is on it as well.
That's painful. That's painful. Oh no.
That hurts.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that bomb.
But there now is another
Hunter defending. That's
graveyard
good
coming
choice.
down.
This time not with the barbs.
If he can defend this, he potentially has a chance here to maybe take it back.
Yeah, that looks good. Now the Giant Skelly is on the way. Flying machine is behind. Cannon cart. Strong push here for
very
Chef.
important here, the poison for Toyboy is out of cycle. So he does not have the
there's
answer
the
to
clone.
the clone here, and it does come out. He
He
tries his best, but the Giant Skelly is still alive. Will he make his way to the tower?
That was
Not
an excellent
quite.
defense.
But the fisherman will actually
Cannon
die
cart.
to it.
The cannon
And
cart.
now he goes all out.
Oh no.
Another
Again, a
clone here
clone.
coming out. Great offense here, and look at all those skeletons.
Nothing hits the tower.
But now he
Now
moves
the flying
forward.
machine,
Flying
no.
machine gets
Again.
retargeted. Oh,
Holy,
it's
that's
so intense.
Jinxed.
Another one.
Another flying machine.
Another flying machine. Another Mega Knight coming out.
Another
Another clone coming in.
The Chef so pushy, but doesn't make it to the tower.
Oh, look at this though. Will
The
the yeah, they
Skellies.
connect. That's gonna
No.
be the one, the game for Porter Chef. In the last seconds
the
here,
Chef
he
wins
managed
the
to
tiebreaker. That was very
Oh
intense.
my gosh.
But we have to say, well played by Porter Chef. He was really pushing this and not giving Toyboy the
Yeah.
chance to actually
Yeah.
drop the graveyard just once again.
Yeah.
That's all he needed. One
I
more
loved the
graveyard.
moment. You could tell the moment where Porter Chef realized how he should approach this matchup.
Just keep pushing, and
Yeah,
that-
like build a committed push on one side of the arena because he has the clone, and especially if Toyboy uses that poison aggressively, that opens up
That
the
was
door.
great.
Like
Here we see it again. The cannon cards are so strong. I mean, you have to react to them. And then here's the clone.
yeah,
And I mean, Toyboy, he defended so well. It took so much to get to the tower, but then finally he
Look at
made it
this,
here
just-
with that flying machine at the end.
flying machine. They're very curious that it didn't retarget
There you
onto
go,
the
flying
EOS.
machine. No, not this time. So many defenses here by Toyboy.
Yeah,
And then Chef, he just kept pushing. He has so much elixir.
and there's another clone coming in now.
Here's the clone.
Very
And
good
the
arrows here. I think
And
this,
then
this
the Skelly's on the tower.
Yeah, I think these arrows just won him the game here because it dealt some Princess Tower damage, and also took out the Goblin Cage. That's usually a fantastic answer to a skeleton barrel.
And it's fair because I think Chef would have won if the game continued.
Yeah.
If he just keeps pushing like this, he would win.
Yeah, yeah. He has to force out the poison, and yeah, I mean, it just in double and then eventually triple elixir time, he has kind of the advantage because he can play out more troops and then clone them, of course, which just makes it at some point pretty much overwhelming for the side of Toyboy. You could see it there when suddenly you have like 200 skeletons.
It's all because
around
of the
your tower.
clone. You
Yeah.
see?
I'm
Maybe that's actually the better strategy. To use the Giant Skelly with the clone instead of the Giant Skelly and the Royal Giant.
Yeah, I could see that. Like this is an age-old strategy essentially. Like using those high.
Age-old.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like 10 years? 20
Well,
years?
at this point, 5 years in
50
terms of Clash
years.
Royale.
Clash Royale, 5th birthday. 5th anniversary for Clash Royale.
In terms of video games, like if you're 5 years old as a video game and still have an
It's called
active like,
mobile
competitive,
game, actually,
competitive
by the way.
scene, yeah.
Not called
A
video
mobile
game
video
anymore.
game. Then it's then you're like you're already a grandpa essentially.
A video game. I used to play video games when I was a kid. You typically played them on the TV.
Yeah.
You connected your station to the TV and played them.
Let's go.
It's a good start here in the beginning for Paul the Chef. Nice lock there. Sneakily played cannon card. Even switches over to that Dart Goblin. Can he get anything out of this?
I
There's
feel like
the
Bodachef
Compulse.
is trying the same deck again.
Paul the Chef, yes he does. And
With
he has
Giant
quite a
Skelly?
significant elixir lead here.
Oh, and Toyboy switching to the fast one, but this time Bodachef has the arrows.
There's once again being ready here in this deck. Now we'll see, can he answer the Giant Skeleton? That could
Giant
already be
Skelly.
a first clone here
Going
coming
for
in.
the Inferno Tower. Nice one.
Oh, there's
nice
the bombs coming
defense.
out.
I mean, there's not much you can say. Also, the previous match, Toyboy, he played it very strong. But
Yeah,
Bodachef was just so pushy that it broke.
Yeah. So pushy.
At one point, it just broke and very
Flying machine
pushy.
sailing over the river here. Not supported. But now on the side of Toyboy, there's also a skeleton barrel. And it will be
Yeah,
taken out
Bodachef
by the
taking
hunter.
his time here.
Oh,
playing
defensive
careful.
skeleton barrel there, but the clone being used here aggressively.
Oh, the cannon card was connected for a
Oof.
moment.
Good damage
And
there
now
on
the
that right-hand
beautiful
side.
princess is on the way. Yeah, and he probably listened to you because he's now using the Giant Skelly here against the princess.
Yep, but now two princesses here firing away
Beautiful.
at those barbarians.
Goblin
Let's get in there.
barrel.
Good
And
flying
he
machine.
doesn't have a defense.
That's
Taking
quite a bit of
all
damage.
the goblin barrel damage here.
Trading back and forth here on both sides. Bodachef still with an elixir lead though.
Another princess. I love
I
how
can
the
tell.
princess just deals damage from the bridge. And
Yeah,
there's
see?
the Giant
Just
Skelly.
use the Giant Skelly and go right in on that princess.
And it's getting burned.
Very nicely done here.
Inferno Tower is excellent, of course. Excellent counter to the Giant Skelly.
Gets taken
Another
out
Goblin
here.
Barrel.
Ooh,
And we're already
was a
going
little bit
to
far
overtime.
forward. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Look at this though.
209.
209.
The princess needs a shot at the tower. Doesn't get it yet.
Now he has to go essentially full
There's the
speed here.
cloning again. All
What
the
can he
cloning.
do? Some of the Larrys get through here. Now there's another cannon card.
Cannon card getting
Oh,
stopped.
look at this though.
Yeah, Skelly Arm is beautiful defense. Goblin Barrel.
Oh, nice arrows, but
Dart
there's
Goblin
the Dart
is
Goblin and it
connected,
will
and
seal
that's
the deal.
it.
3
Toy
to
Boy.
1.
Bodachef tried it. He had a good match in the last one, but then in the end it goes to Toy Boy.
Yeah. Just in the end, he does reign supreme here. Was a bit unlucky, I feel, for Paul the Chef. This time didn't quite work out that well with, of course, the princess. He had a prime answer
And we have a replay.
to those clones.
Beautiful
And
replay. There's the Inferno Tower. Getting attacked by the cannon card.
yeah.
Goblin Barrel.
And like this is also something that I personally dislike a bit about like playing clone. One of its weaknesses.
209.
It just takes up a deck slot, you know, or
Look at
a
all
card
those
a card
clones.
slot. If we look at it here, the only answer, the only like
There's the
real
Goblin
spell
Barrel.
he has are the arrows. And if
then
the arrows
the
are
Dart
out of
Goblin.
cycle,
That Dart Goblin was so much value. He was playing all the way from the back when he fought against the cannon card, and then in the end he took the tower.
yes.
That Dart Goblin was crazy.
But yeah, that's like the weakness for me when you look at clone, because Clash Royale you only do have 8 cards in your deck, and if one of those slots is occupied by clone that is very situational, you're missing out. Like here, if he had a log, for example, or even
Yeah,
something
that
like a
would've helped.
fireball, the matchup would just look completely different, or something like a bar barrel even. But with the clone and only having arrows as an answer
It's
to,
his only
to all that
answer.
spam,
Only arrows.
you're a bit screwed there, to put it
He
nicely.
only has arrows and the hunter. Basically the same thing as in the other match that he lost against this deck here with the Goblin Barrel Princess.
Yeah.
There's just too many tower damage win conditions.
Yeah,
Too many win conditions
and
in the deck.
it's too much on let's just run forward and not enough tools to actually like defend against multiple threats. That is, because here you could really see that.
Here's the end score, and this time the theory is true, but just by .1 elixir. No, not even. It's 3 of 100.
.03. Yeah.
But the cheaper deck won. But that was very close here.
Yeah, and Poteshef bring a lot of buildings to the match here. By the looks of it, he really liked running those. In the end, though, and I think the cannon card here does count. So a lot of cannon card in your decks, of course, means you will naturally play more buildings. I gotta say, Poteshef, he did fight well. I feel like he was still a bit shaky and not quite sure how to handle what Toyboy was throwing at him. But this probably is just due to a bit of a lack of experience. I mean, he is one of our newer players here in the league, so the nerves getting to you and not being familiar with maybe all the matchups and counter strategies there might be is something that just will come through time, essentially.
I feel like the clone deck, that was one of the strongest matches
Yeah.
so far. It was very intense with all that cloning action and defense action. Both of them played that match really well. In the other two matches against Princess, Goblin Barrel, that was a bit of a bad luck matchup for Poteshef. That was really hard to win.
Yeah, and it was for once it was a bit of a different approach in terms of countering what my opponent does, because Toyboy he realized, okay, he seems to be like very familiar with the clone archetype. He did get that win, and he was not just like, okay, I'm gonna go all in on like countering clone. Hence, we didn't see something like, for example, a poison, which would have been fantastic. But instead, he was like looking through his deck and analyzing, okay, which one of these decks that I already have and already know how to play will fare the best against what's probably going to be the clone once again. And in the end, he was like, okay, yeah, here I have a very fast and cheap cycle. I can generate a lot of pressure. I can get a lot of value out. I have the Princess to answer those big troops, those hordes. I have the Inferno Tower, big building against the Giant Skelly. And against the Skeleton Barrel, I do have the Log that just does fantastic against anything that's cloned that's on the ground, which in this case was pretty much everything, because there was no Lava Hound there. So yeah, well played here for Toyboy.
Amazing. Maybe we can have the match overview again, so we see who plays next. I remember it's Jesus
against Dachim, actually.
Against Dachim,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Yes. Against Dachim. Jesus against Dachim is going to be the next match. One day you will have to tell us how you came up with the Don.
The Don
in Don Rigoni.
You don't know what Don means? Have you? Did you ever watch The Godfather?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So they're also called Don.
Okay. So there's Jesus against Dachim. That's going to be the next match, and after that we're going to have Sailor against Kefran. Also very interesting match. Very cool.
Yeah, and
so that's because you're a mobster, or?
Yes, definitely so. No, I just thought it's like cool, and yeah, it's back from my teens actually, and it's also funny because it runs a bit in the family. Like my cousin's in-game name is Don Rigoni.
Not Corleone.
No. I do have accounts where I've also
You called yourself Corleone.
Yeah, I had like at one point I had like an account that was named Ezio Corleone, which is like Ezio from Assassin's Creed, and then
You could call
Corleone
yourself
for the
Don
same.
Pacino.
That would be good. That would be good. Or like some friends suggested, because my first name is Luca, and they saw
Don Luca.
the placket
My
on
name is
on
Luca.
my doorbell, where it says El Rigoni. So
Now
they-
tell us,
I
have
should-
you
I
been
should-
very annoyed by that song? My name is Luca.
Yeah, no, I don't live on the second floor. I live on the fifth.
Your name is Luca. You live on the second floor.
But yeah, I know it very well.
Yeah, I imagine that must.
We'll
be,
settle this in the break, though.
that must
Don't
be
go
very
anywhere.
annoying. So we'll be back right after the break. Don't you dare to leave, because we'll be back too with some amazing more Clash Royale matches just for you.
Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you want it, so I got it for
Got
you. Let's all get together and show them how we move, we move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
It's been a road less traveled, all alone. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music, so through my bones. I can
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
live it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Hello everyone and welcome back to round 3 of our beautiful Clash Royale evening here, again with a great Clash Royale match for you. It's me, Chief Avalon, casting this match together with Luca Don Rigoni. You find us, by the way, on social media, me as Chief Avalon basically everywhere, and him, Don Rigoni, also on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. What is that?
That is
flexing
like
the
how
moves,
I
like
accentuate my
there.
my
Chief
beautiful
Avalon,
box
that's
here.
where you find me. So, what do you expect of this match here?
Honestly, a lot of action. Like, both of these players have been super strong, especially like coming into last season. They like, Jesus looked a little weaker than in previous seasons, but I think he has gotten that bite back and really wants to like put up a show again. And Dutcham, of course, he had a fantastic season, was quite frustrated in the end, going down against Senpirect, and yeah, I'm sure he's hungry to take down one of these big names.
There he is. Two very cool guys here. Jesus on the left side with the cap. It's not his hair. Some people may think that's his hair. No, it's a cap that he's wearing. And then on the other side, Dutcham, fighting out of the blue corner.
Indeed. And yeah, here the statistics might give us a little bit of a hint. Like, Jesus, he is of course one of those super solid players. He has brought, as we can see here, last time he brought Graveyard to his last match. And the Mortar. Quite an interesting take here on that Graveyard.
That was a great deck. The Mortar and the Graveyard. That was a really great deck.
And Jesus so far really noteworthy in my opinion. Every single season he's been with us ever since season
and always
so a real veteran, and he's always made it to playoffs. Never even like finished in the lower half, not even talking about relegations. And
always he was semi-final.
Yeah, in the first season he made it all the way to the finals. Season 2 to the semi-finals actually.
But he could never win. That is so frustrating.
Yeah, so far he couldn't.
And season 4 he was in the finals too. And couldn't win, unfortunately, against Senpai, who won for the 4th time.
Season 4 was Dutcham against Senpai.
Yes, you're right.
And like season 1 was Jesus against Senpirect. Season 2 was FCN Ryzen against Senpirect. They can never take down Senpirect. I don't know what it is. And season 3,
Jumanji. What about Jumanji?
That was when it was online.
One time we had Jumanji against Senpai, but that was probably the semi-final. What was season 1?
I'm not sure in season 3. Season 3. And there is Dutcham, our player in the blue corner. And yeah, last played here, his kind of greedy Lava Hound deck, running that Elixir Pump on top of it all, and then once again here, the clone.
And as we said before, he's got top 4 Swisscom Hero League placement one time, and that was in Season 4 when he played the final against the reigning champion.
Yeah, and yeah, we already mentioned it on Monday. Like, so far, looking back over the course of our 4 seasons that have passed so far, Dutchim, in the beginning, we saw him sometimes show up really strong, but in a lot of cases, he was always dubbed our kind of unlucky player. But then he continually improved. He got more solid. He got this like his basic mechanics down more and more and more. And now I'd consider him one of our strongest players.
Before we switch screen, there's just one thing I have to say. Sorry to interrupt you. To this deck here, there's one thing we have to say to this deck. We want that. We love that. We need that. Now you can continue.
I still heavily disagree. But yeah, he has a big smile here on his face. Maybe it was also a bit quote unquote the cheesier last game day here, because he had to go up against his rival of Senpai Rect, and maybe he wanted to stick it to him a little bit, or just surprise him, catch him off guard with a bit of an unconventional deck choice. In the end, it did not quite work out. He did go down 3-2 actually against him. Senpai adapted fantastically well.
But that's okay. I mean,
yeah. I mean, in the beginning, Senpai went up 2-0, and he managed to claw his way back.
Champion. That's actually a good sign, because last season, remember, Dutchim won every match, also against Senpai, but then lost the final. This time he lost against Senpai, and maybe that will change in the final.
We'll have to see. The bans for this game are actually the Zappies and the Balloon for this one. So once again here, a bit of a hate against Balloon. I think so far it's been the most banned card. Let's see if that trend actually is gonna continue. And then the Zappies, you mentioned it already today. They have seen quite a bit of popularity here in our matches. Seem to be doing very well on that competitive level.
They're very strong on defense. And we go to the first match.
Let's actually have a look here.
The Princess. She also has the best emotes. We have to say that too, the Princess.
Dutchim this time still with the blonde hair, but without the glasses this time.
Oh yeah, I hope he still sees his iPhone, his phone. I'm not sure it's an iPhone, but I hope he sees his phone.
Well, let's hope for the best here. There is the Royal Ghost coming in for Jesus.
And of course he's wearing orange because he knows orange is my favorite color.
Is it? Didn't know.
That's probably why.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about it. And there, the giant skeleton does try to make his way to the tower. Does not quite make it there.
Yeah, the magical archer. Battle ram, very aggressive push here by Jesus, going into the bomb tower.
The undead magic archer there, getting a shot off when it already looked dead. My eyes. So far, very even. None of those two players have actually managed to get a bit of damage in here, but Jesus has about a 2 elixir advantage at this point.
Speaking of the undead, there's the ghost and the giant skelly, which technically is also an undead.
Yeah. That's true. Is the Royal Ghost undead, or is
it's a ghost?
Or is it a spirit?
It's a spirit, okay.
And
nice
they're on.
There.
This time he will get value out of that death bomb.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
No connection there though, and that's gonna be the graveyard here. One of the favorite archetypes here for Dutchim.
Dutchim with the beauty. Oh, the misclick activation.
The misclick there. That is very unfortunate for this deck type.
Yeah, especially for graveyard.
Yes.
That's really hard now with the king tower helping in the defense.
If there's something you don't want, yeah.
Magical
and you can tell it there on the camera. He seems a bit annoyed.
Yeah. That was an unfortunate mistake by Dachim.
It was indeed.
Battle
But
Ram.
Bomb Tower does not manage to stay alive. Here.
Tornado. Like an emergency tornado there.
Good defense there.
Giant
Dachim
Skelly is
gives the
trying
good
to
game.
get that Giant Skelly to the tower, but that's not gonna work.
Yeah, Dachim, he just knows that his game plan, like his odds of winning this game, just dropped significantly. Like if you're playing poker, like the moment where your percentage drops so much.
The problem really is he always has to use his Giant Skelly in defense at the moment, and he cannot use him to push at the moment.
Indeed. Like what you can try and like usually do is when you see your opponent, for example, cycling a fisherman behind his king tower, and then just throw down a giant skelly, and it will get pulled towards his own tower essentially, and deal a ton of damage.
I like the way he defends the battle ram there. Does not really do any harm. And
there
the
once
bomb
again,
tower.
MVP card here for Dachim. Kind of seems to be that bomb tower so far. And now there's another battle ram.
Yeah, Jesus is very pushing, but not making damage. The battle ram
look
is
at
not
this, though.
getting to the tower.
Gets a king tower activation there. I don't know if that will make a big difference at this point, because he is already down all the way to 1244 HP on that tower.
Next battle ram trying it, but there's a bomb tower.
Big question.
It looked for a moment like the battle ram was thinking about actually going to the bomb tower or not, but then still decided to go
Now
there.
he just goes for the Hail Mary graveyard here.
Oh, look at the cannon
Meanwhile,
card! The cannon card is connected to the tower and did a lot of damage.
I wonder what Jesus' last card here might be. There's another bomb tower now coming in. Trying to defend
If it's a
here.
rocket, it's over.
Yeah, but then it's...
But that's not what it's gonna be. There's the ghost!
Yeah.
Ghost
And
getting
there
a hit,
will be the
battle
connection.
ram, and that's first match for Jesus. And you can see the heavy breathing there by Jesus.
Yeah, he did not
Like
enjoy
relaxing. Yeah, I did it. 1-0.
No. Oh, Jesus. I thought you meant that. Dachim was a bit annoyed, I feel. Like, even the power of Son Goku couldn't help him there with the shirt.
After the King Tower activation, you could see some frustration like creeping up.
But I mean, I can fully understand this one. It happened to me too.
Oh,
when you're
really?
like, oh yeah, I'm not aiming at the King Tower, and then you let go and you slip up just one tile, and then you suddenly you activate the King Tower. Yeah. What's the secret of eternal life?
But to
it's
be
easy,
honest,
just don't die.
Yeah, but to be honest, it happens to me too. I slip a lot on Clash Royale, where you slip one or two
but you're an
tiles and
old
it
man.
makes a huge
Dachim is
difference.
still quite young, so shaking hands should not be the big issue. I'm just teasing you. Let's actually have a quick peek
As I
here
said,
at the
I
two.
will be very nice with you this season.
I didn't make any promises.
Not
And
gonna burn you this time.
there we have another look here at that essentially bridge spam deck here coming out for Jesus, but in this case not featuring a P.E.K.K.A, not even featuring something like the Ram Rider, but instead running Cannon Cart, plus of course the Battle Ram, the Bandit, and the Royal Ghost, and then the other 4 cards.
I think just looking at the deck, I mean, Dachim could have won this one, but the King Tower activation was really unfortunate.
Yes. Yeah, it's like...
I mean, he has the defense with the Bomb Tower against Battle Ram and all those cards. That could work. But once the King Tower is activated, his win condition does not work anymore.
Yeah, I completely agree on that one. It was certainly a tough one here after that mistake happened, especially like if you're playing something like a Royal Giant. If you're playing a Royal Giant deck, King Tower activation does not matter at all. But with something like log bait or anything essentially featuring skeleton barrel or goblin barrel, or as in this case the graveyard, King Tower activation is pretty detrimental to your gameplay.
Barbarian. Yeah, but don't give up on Dutchim yet. As we said in the previous season, he won every single match except for the final.
Yeah, and once again here, Dutchim starting with
Good
that
fireball.
Ice Wizard.
Goblin
behind the
Cage
tower.
is back.
I think this will just be another graveyard deck here. Oh no, it's actually the Electro Giant here coming out for Dutchim. And there's the Royal Giant, and does he have an answer for this? Inferno Dragon
He has
comes
the Inferno
down.
Dragon.
But
It's
still,
gonna get a few hits though.
2 hits here coming in. Yeah, those skeletons were a little bit late here to absorb any of the hits.
Now you have to stop that Electro Giant.
Oh, and this will be tough. This will be a connection here, and look at this. I think that's just straight up the
look
tower
at how
here.
much damage he does.
Yeah, that's just straight up tower.
You can't ignore the Electro Giant.
Nope, you certainly can. And
he's gonna
yeah.
electrify you
That's
big
the thing
time.
I mean. That's the potential
And
here
he's on the
that
King
Royal
Tower.
Giant has. If he makes a connection, it
Look at
deals
Jesus,
so
he's
much damage.
thinking, should I give up? Should I continue? What am I gonna do? Looks kind of desperate, and Dutchim now a little bit more relaxed apparently.
Yeah, and there's another Electro Giant here now coming in.
Jesus trying to push other lane here to counter that one, but again, I mean, he just did that before.
Wow,
He
nice.
ignored the Electro
Look at this,
Giant.
the Goblin Brawler just absorbing the hit, the
That
potential
didn't go
reset
well.
here from the E-Wiz.
I feel
And
like
that
this is just
Inferno
gonna
Dragon
be...
is just full life again.
This
He
is
even
gonna be
places
second
an
tower.
aggressive... Oh, and there's a fireball out of pure desperation. Look, the Inferno Dragon is at the King Tower
that
there.
second tower here for Dutchim.
Inferno Dragon is still alive and healthy, and there's the Dark
that's
Prince.
the 3-crown. Beautiful
There you go.
3-crown. Jesus tried to push other lane, but that did not work. He could not ignore that Electro Giant.
Nope.
Because that's basically tower. And then after the second tower, he kind of gave up.
Yeah, he knew that it was over at this point.
It's over.
He was down in elixir. He lost his first tower already, completely countered there by the Inferno Dragon, and there was no E-Wiz in cycle to reset. And then on the second push on the left hand side, quite unlucky.
And this is a first. It's actually the first time that we've seen the Electro Giant being played so successfully.
Yeah, that is very
So
true.
that's why you copy the deck again.
Yes,
Stealing the decks here of the players. Crazy. So here's the
well,
versus
to
screen.
be fair, that's like the only version or competitively runnable version
That
of
worked. That worked.
Electro Giant that we've
Yeah.
seen. We've seen it multiple
It's-
times at this point, I think.
It's really the first time that I've seen this deck work.
Yeah, it certainly can work. Okay,
But I also feel like this was
But you
just
have to
because
play it
Jesus
very
was
conservatively.
pushing aggressively
Yeah.
in the other lane.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. You have to
And
defend
it
him
is
first.
like it is very strong against how do you say, against the Royal Giant, because you have those tools. You have the Inferno Dragon that can get you an elixir advantage. You have a building in there with the Goblin Brawler that also creates pressure. You have good good control
we're ready
against
for the next
troops, against spammy troops.
Let's go.
With the E Golem, E Giant. Sorry. And now it's 1-1. So let's see
Yeah, this is intense.
who can pull ahead in this matchup. Both of them still waiting for the other one to make the
Now they're
first move
playing poker.
respectively.
Not showing cards yet. Dutchim smiling. Who is he talking to?
Oh, and there it is. It is gonna be the Lava Hound here first. Poor Jesus. Let's hope there's no clone in there.
I'm curious how Dutchim is gonna stop that Lava Hound.
We'll try with...
Oh, that doesn't look too good.
firecracker.
At least the Electro Dragon's gonna
Gets
help.
the
Oh, the
reset.
Giant Skelly makes it to the tower.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yep. Good fireball.
There's the fireball. Very well done
There's
there.
the bomb. And now he's got to take care of the Lava Hound
Look
somehow.
at this though, 700 HP just
Yeah, but look at the
remaining.
Lava Hound.
Yeah, but look at the baby dragon there. It does take some of the pops down, but overall, pretty even trade here. But the baby dragon will just get 2 more shots here on that
That was
left
pretty
side.
even actually, and yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah, but now here we have the same scenario. Like Lava Hound, not quite as strong when it goes to taking that second tower down as something like this giant skelly double dragon deck. Not sure what the other cards here might be. Big advantage, of course,
Defense
also.
as before. That's definitely gonna be a, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not a tower for dodging because there's the Goblin Cage this time.
Yeah, Goblin Brawler will absorb it there.
Absorb that Giant Skelly.
Oh, nice tornado there to get rid of that flying machine.
And the
Oh,
healer.
it's actually the battle healer.
And
oh wow,
the
that's
Elixir Golem, really?
Oh wow, that's an interesting deck. Another one here to copy. He just wants to go for the 3 crown here. I feel right away.
He was hiding the Elixir Golem till the end, and
Yeah,
now he's
look
pushing
at this.
for
The
the
Bloblets,
king.
they are still alive and well, but the battle healer does drop here.
A strong push here
Oh,
by
look at this. He
Dachshund.
just goes for the 3 crown
Giant
right
Skelly.
away.
Look at the
Battle healer is just
still
healing,
alive.
healing.
Yeah, there's just
Oh,
almost
look at this.
nothing Jesus can
Throwing
do here.
everything at the kitchen sink.
That's the
At
next
that tower. That's just gonna be a 3 crown here
next
once
Elixir
again
Golem.
for Dodgem. And another
Aha.
E-drag. Look at this
Whoa,
beautiful 3 crown.
Beautiful 3 crown here with Elixir Golem. I was
Oh, wow.
wishing for
He
Elixir
was-
Golem.
Jesus was not expecting that
No,
deck.
that he
He
was
was-
hiding it so
Yes.
well, and then all
and
of
then
a
suddenly,
sudden,
oh, there's a battle healer, and then Jesus was like, oh, okay,
a battle healer? Why
I guess,
that?
I guess I'm dead here.
Then the Elixir Golem, and then he
Yeah.
was so pushy. There was really nothing he could do against.
I
it.
was already like wondering what could be the other cards in Dodgem's deck.
That
Looks
was
like
so
he was
well
just
played. Also
Yeah.
tactically, like not showing what he really has, and then
and then just
pushing for
surprise.
the 3 crown. Surprise, MF.
What? What
yeah,
is
I
the-
can't say this here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow, that was good. That was a good one. You see, we want that. We need that.
Yeah, that was definitely.
We love
and no clone.
3 crown.
No clone to be seen.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Surprise. You can make it a copy again. You don't even have so many deck slots.
Yeah, but if I take pictures,
You're like copying every winning
if I take pictures, then I can always first go back to it if I want to know something, and second, then I don't need multiple deck slots because I can just look at the picture and then
It's
copy
actually a
it.
really good one.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for a deck to play the Elixir Golem with. One that actually works.
You're a sinner.
And this could be it. Also on ladder, it could actually work with that giant skelly.
Yeah. I'm
So-
thinking whether
I mean,
you
it
need
works
to
against-
maybe replace the
It will work against Hog Rider because of the tornado.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Could be.
It will work against Battle Ram.
Well, you always have that great combination of course. Tornado is one. That's what I just realized. It's fantastic here because you can pull troops onto the death bomb of the giant skelly. But second, you can also do like the classic kind of
The match is
combination
already starting.
for Elixir Golem, where you just pull the enemy troops back onto their princess tower and then just deal a lot of splash damage
I love
with
how
your 2
Dachshund,
dragons.
he switches the decks. That's something we've seen last season where he kind of switches little things in
Yeah.
decks every
I think
time.
he brings the same one here though.
No,
Oh no, never
the
mind.
bowler.
Makes me eat my words right away.
Just like 2 seconds too early.
Yeah, shouldn't have said anything. And there's the bowler.
The bowler.
Bowly, bowly,
And
bowly.
the bomber.
Oh, and there is
This
the
looks like
graveyard
Splash
once again.
Yard once again. A
Very
classic
Splash
Splash
Yard
Yard
indeed.
deck. Wall breakers getting wrecked.
Tornado there doing a good job.
Actually, a really good defense here by Jesus.
Indeed. But look at this. The Spear Gobs are actually a little too fast here and overtake the Knight there. And therefore, it's not quite as strong push as it could have been. But overall here, the trade quite even, even a little bit in favor of Jesus. Plus, additionally, he does also have a 2 elixir lead here.
There's the next bowler. I feel like the bowler should have green face. It should be a goblin. Yeah, because it's the only purple card.
Yeah, it's more like an ogre. Oh, one wall break connection there.
Or we need more purple cards, like purple goblins.
Oh, look at this though. The Inferno Dragon nearly sneaking through. Do get absorbed there, and there the Valkyrie trying to get some hits in, does not quite manage to do so. But look at this, quite a bit of damage there done by the bowler. And now another round of wall breakers coming in hot. And that's nearly gonna be tower here. Dodgem throwing out the well played. Jesus adapting very nicely here. Realizing, okay, Dodgem wants to go for the control-y kind of game plan. So I'm just gonna play a very fast cycle deck.
The bottom left tower is really down here.
Yeah, and look at this nice magic archer just splashing through there.
But that could be could be it too.
Look at this though, he gets another Inferno Dragon in there nearly. But there's the freeze coming down.
Oh, look at that Inferno Dragon.
No, the Inferno Dragon just gets baited around.
Totally confused, following everything but the tower.
Yeah, super well done there by Jesus. Just bait him around there. If that Inferno Dragon would have connected.
That's the point for Jesus.
That Inferno Dragon would have connected there on the left hand side, that might have just gotten him into overtime, where of course
2-2. This is a long match.
Yeah, where of course Graveyard does shine the most. So like the more elixir you have at your disposal, the faster you can cycle through it, the stronger it gets. So like Graveyard usually, if you can hold off on like the first Graveyard play, you're usually off well, or
I don't know
just
about
build a
bowler.
big elixir lead.
The bowler is a good card, and I feel like it's underused. But unfortunately, whenever somebody plays the bowler, they typically lose.
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's like it's in a weird spot, I feel, because it's tanky but not a tank. It does good splash damage, but it has very short range.
Look at this, 23 troops played here by Dodgem.
The lock-on distance for the bowler is actually still quite low, even though the the boulder rolls has quite a long range in the end.
And is moving very slow.
Yes, yeah. So it's like in this weird spot where it's trying to be a strong ranged splash card, but because it takes so long to actually lock onto something, it's not quite there. Where, for example, a Magic Archer is, and on like the tanky side, it's like it looks very tanky, but it's actually not as tanky as you might think. I think it even has less HP than something like a Valkyrie or a Knight. So
I feel like they need to do something about the bowler to make it a viable option, really.
Yeah, like I like the changes with the range, but I think that if they just increase the lock-on range, that might make it quite a bit stronger. But then again, it might just become the next super toxic card.
Toxic card.
Yeah, you know, with like all the clickbait YouTube titles.
There's only one
this
toxic
card is broken. Supercell messed up.
Yeah, but that's what they always say.
Yeah.
About every card. It was actually messed up with the Elixir Golem last year.
That's true.
That was really a messed up card for a while.
That was pretty strong though. Yeah. That's where Bomb Tower got its popularity.
It was probably the most banned card, Elixir Golem.
Yeah, I gotta agree. And there it's once again, it's gonna be the Goblin Cage here on the side of Dodgem.
So this is the winner takes all match. It's 2-2.
2-2-2.
Cannon card
Oh,
and
this time it's
graveyard.
graveyard.
This time Jesus with the graveyard. But again, look at him. The Electro Giant.
Yeah, has the building though. Even has 2 buildings essentially, with
that
the cannon
Electro
card on
Giant
top
going
of it.
down.
Yeah.
Going down with grace. And the blaze of glory.
Quite unfortunate here for Dutchim. Yeah, you can see him chewing his bubblegum, very, very concerned.
He's a little bit concerned.
Does have a bit of an elixir advantage here, but he's already down about 800 damage on that right-hand side.
Dragon. Yeah, he's got to get rid of that bomb tower next time when he wants to play the Electro Giant.
Yeah, there's an aggressive poison now coming out for Jesus here. Goblin Brawler.
Burno Dragon.
Just
Not gonna lock.
Such
There's
a
the next
strong
one.
card.
Electro Giant. Is it the same deck
If they
that we've seen
ever
before?
release the Goblin Brawler, like as a standalone card, I think it will be pretty busted. Oh, look at this great, aggressively placed.
There's the bomb tower again. Oh, getting burned.
Look at this. This time, a lot healthier here.
Beautiful.
Nice tornado.
But where's the tank here for the Electro Dragon? Not gonna be protected.
Yeah, Night
Doesn't
does
work.
fall.
The defense is too strong. There's the next Electro Giant.
And yet another cannon card here coming down.
But it's not the same Electro Giant deck than before.
It is. It is.
Is it the same?
Yes.
You don't even know the last card. How can you tell?
I can tell you. I can tell you the
Yes,
last card.
lightning.
Yes. And now maybe this Electro Giant will make it to the tower,
Makes it
pulling
to the tower.
everything
One
in.
hit. That's
See,
it.
just one swing of it deals quite a significant amount of damage here.
Counter attack by Jesus once again.
That snowball just completely whiffing here. That might just be quite detrimental here for Jesus, because as we approach,
this is his
as we are in
chance here.
overtime now, heading into double and soon triple elixir time, Dutchim's deck just spikes so hard, because once you're able to cycle through these lightnings, the damage on the King Tower will just ramp up significantly. But look at that
and he's
sneaky
also able
archer.
to protect the Electro Giant with the lightning.
That one archer got about 300 health off that tower there. And look at this.
That's the thing here. Destroying the bomb tower. There's another one. Another bomb tower.
The
bomb
E-Giant
tower is
does
a great
go
defense.
down fast though.
Jesus
he was able
really
to
has the
cycle back.
tank to the bomb tower here. That's the MVP in this
He
match.
can indeed. And look at this. Oh, this time he does not get through though. No
Cannon
archer
card
lock here
and
this
bomb
time.
tower working well for Jesus. There's the next Electro Giant.
Oh, and there now, yeah, the graveyard has to come out here for Jesus. Good defense though coming
Skellies, a few Skellies do hit.
out. Oh, look at that! A second E-Giant now coming out here.
Now he has to
Now
cycle
potentially the lightning here.
Yes, well.
Yeah. Does get taken out there.
Another
Oh,
bomb
it just
tower.
cycles so fast.
The Electro Giant doesn't make it there.
Yeah, just the combination of two buildings here is
15
just
seconds left.
detrimental. 10 seconds remaining. I don't think
Can
there's
he do
a chance here
something?
for Dutchim.
He's trying.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Trying.
There's another
lightning.
lightning coming in.
It's not gonna work, and we go to the tie break. But it was close in the end, actually.
It was very
With
close.
the tiebreaker
It was
here.
very close. Jesus,
Jesus.
identifying his edge in this matchup super
Wow,
well.
that was an intense match here. Dutchim, this time not winning his first match in the season.
His second match, you mean?
But maybe the last one.
What's
The final.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a different start. That's what I wanted to say. It's a different start than last season, where
Yes,
he won
definitely so.
everything. And now he didn't have such a comfortable start. That meant Dutchim, by the way.
He seems to be struggling a little bit with the current meta. I mean, his speciality used to be one giant skelly decks in any version, essentially. And
Sparky. What
and
about
Sparky? He brought a lot. Plus also the graveyard. We see him saw him a ton on, and he seemed to have gone away, or came away a bit from this one.
Another screenshot. I feel like Dachim is just warming up and will be surprised starting like.
Well,
third
I
week of the
certainly hope
season.
so. It was super close now twice. It's like not. It's just like not a complete pushover. Quite the contrary
No.
here. There was 2 times a 3-2 that he got against his opponents.
And here, look at the end scores. Average card elixir almost the same. They're very close.
Yeah. There you can just see like how those buildings added up, like the bomb tower plus the cannon card. Such a huge defense against that Electro Giant. And then also like the cannon card is of course so strong against something like the Electro Giant, because it has quite a long range. It's fast, it attacks quite fast, and due to the long range it never really gets into the AoE damage portion of the Electro Giant. Plus on top of it, it also kind of has a secondary function as a building, so it will just draw and absorb a lot of the pressure that the Electro Giant brings. So I'm not sure how much here was prediction by the side of Jesus, but he adapted super well to this
Still,
potential.
we have seen a spectacular match here by Dachim as well. I mean, that Electro Giant on the tower, that was pretty spectacular. Not pretty, but spectacular. And that was really intense. And also the defense of Jesus. I mean, it's not luck. It was really skill how Jesus was able to defend all those pushes with the buildings. I mean, he had a little advantage with the deck choice, but it was close.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And in the end, I think Jesus deservedly taking the match here, and moves ahead to two wins actually. Yeah, he won yesterday.
He won on Monday.
So he looks to be quite a bit stronger than last season. So maybe he will once again make it all the way to the finals here after missing it. I think he's never made it back to the finals since season 1. He always fell short in the semi-finals. Yes.
I think in season 3 he was in the finals.
I'm not
but
quite
then
sure.
there were all those discussions.
No, it was the other way around. I think Jumanji beat him, and then Jumanji was disqualified, and Jesus got in, and Jesus lost.
Do a rematch.
And Jesus lost to Senpyrect.
He was originally in the finals.
Oh yeah, he would have been
in
the
to
finals.
Play again, and he didn't qualify.
Yeah, true.
That was very unfortunate.
True, that was that. So yeah. Quite a bit of history already for our players. We're actually currently in the process here for a small interview with our winner of this last match, being Jesus. So we can hopefully get this young man on the screen here.
Our beautiful young man on the screen, very experienced player. Hello. We don't have audio yet. Oh, we're not live? Okay.
You have to watch in the middle.
But we already see him.
Yes.
We don't have the audio yet.
And I think he can hear us.
Ready. Okay, we'll give a moment to production here to get him on screen. I'm gonna ask him the first question and give you the second. Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Jesus, my friend, welcome back to Season 5 of the Hero League. How do you feel this time? How are you prepared this time? Is it your time this time to become the champion?
Hi guys, how are you? It's a lot of questions in once, but I have prepared. I have a lot of friends with me to be prepared for the competition. My manager and all the support from Lausanne Esports. So it feels great to be not alone in this adventure. And I'm excited to see how it would be first with the group stage.
Yeah, and talking about Lausanne, you got a new teammate for this season in Solag. We've already teased it quite a bit. How is it? Is it like an advantage you feel? Do you have a dedicated training partner? Do you exchange like strategies and stuff? How's that been?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to have a new teammate. I'm very proud of him to be there, and I think he's really, really good as a player. And behind this, we tried to do some practice together, but we never managed to be on the same schedule. So for now, it's only support, and that's great.
Yeah, but I mean that's already fantastic to have.
So actually, in the group phase, you will have to play against each other. How will that feel?
I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit scared.
Really?
Yeah. We will. I think we will do all our best to give a good match to watch for you. To all we can. I will try to beat him, and he will try to beat me, I guess, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we saw you take down and dodge him quite in a spectacular fashion this time. It really got down to the wire here. How much was it like, especially in that last game? How much did you predict him there, maybe to go back to that Electro Giant deck?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's playing those hard beatdown deck like Eagle with Giant Skeleton and E-Giant, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be 3 crown every time. So I tried to play a deck more controlled, the 2 last decks with the bomb tower, and I was like, okay, if I'm defending all the match, he will be desperate and he will never pass, so just defend and keep focused, and it worked.
Yeah. And I remember that, I think it was the 3rd match especially, when that battle healer was there all of a sudden on the field. What was going through your mind when you all of a sudden, I think it was a big surprise that he played that battle healer and then later the E-Golem.
Yeah, like the 2nd game and the 3rd game was like we have been destroyed, like really destroyed. And when I saw the battle healer and the E-Golem, I was like, oh no. I was like, it's already over for me.
Yeah, he was holding
you
it
knew
back
what was
quite
coming.
a long time, and then all of a sudden there was this battle healer. Nobody expected it. At least we didn't expect it, and then he just pushed it for the 3 crown.
Yeah, he was right. I didn't expect it either, and I did a wrong copy paste deck. The miner was missing in my deck actually. It should be a lava miner, but it wasn't. So I had no choice to put like a lava at the bridge to get the tower.
Yeah.
So this was it.
Yeah.
So maybe one last question to round things off, and then we'll soon get ready for the next match. What's like your current stance on Clash Royale? I mean, we mentioned it on Monday. There haven't really been any balance changes ever since the beginning of December. Except for the like emergency nerfs to Earthquake like a month ago or so. But other than that, there haven't been many changes. Like, what do you expect that will come like in April, or what do you wish for maybe, or are you like fine with the game in its current state?
Actually, I think it's not that bad right now because you can play like some controls deck, and you can also play some beatdown decks. You have a lot of choice right now, but I would love to see a more like a little bit more bridge spam decks, because like the battle ram is now a little bit hard to play, and also the 3 musketeers, I love them, so
yeah,
maybe if they could come back to a quicker, when you put them on the ground.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slower at the moment, with all those defense cards like Bomb Tower. They are played a lot, so yeah, it's true. The game has become a little bit slower at the moment. than before. We also mentioned that the decks become slightly heavier, like we have a lot of 4 elixir or even above decks at the moment.
Yeah, E-Giant is a good archetype right now. It could be very strong, and a lot of balloons also. Yeah, there is a very lot of different decks.
Balloon is getting banned all the time. What's your thought about Balloon?
I really like balloon decks. I like them because one balloon drop and you got the game if you manage to defend the rest of the game. So it could be scary, and also with the Lava Hound, it's a really good card.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you very, very much for your answers. I'll make sure to DM you the Speedy Balloon deck on Twitter if you haven't seen it yet, which I think is such a fantastic and fun gimmick, and maybe you'll get some inspiration from that. But with that, I'll thank you very much for your time here. Congratulations once again for your win, and all the best luck for the future games to come. And I hope to see you again soon on the screen.
Good luck for the rest of this season, and of course we hope to see you in the final again.
Thank you guys, and thanks for casting the league. It's awesome, and good luck to you for the rest of the league.
Cheers, thank you very much.
See you guys.
See ya.
Bye bye.
I will watch.
There we go.
Yes.
Got to ask
once again, a very humble champion. Not a champion, a very humble player, not champion yet.
Very experienced
I'm
player.
a little bit fast here, he's not champion yet.
Maybe he will be, but certainly always interesting to also get a professional player's stance, of course, on the current state of the meta. But now it's actually time for another quick break here, and after one last breather and maybe get a chance to get something to drink again, and then we have our last match for the night, which will be Sailor against Kevron. Don't go anywhere, we're gonna be back soon.
We'll be back.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, nothing above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so high they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return. Some
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Ja, ich kann nur, weil wir hier das Discord sehen. Same.
Slim Shady, all the other Slim Shady are just imitators. So what's the real Slim Shady? Please stand up.
By ESL tonight with the second game day of Clash Royale and one more duel tonight that awaits us. My name is Don Rigoni. Next to me, nobody else than the Chief Avalon, the legend himself, the TikTok TikTok legend.
What is he gonna say?
TikTok boomer? No, don't worry.
TikTok, one of the boomers.
TikTok boom.
Boomers. It's actually a funny story. When I started with TikTok, there were a lot of comments saying boomer.
Yeah.
But that has come a little bit out of how do you say?
Fashion.
Out of fashion.
Yeah.
So almost nobody calls me boomer anymore.
Yeah, it's been a short-lived word, I feel.
That's not so popular anymore.
Don't know.
To call people boomers.
I still feel like I'm a bit of a boomer sometimes.
You are with the hipster hair.
I'm like imprisoned in this beautiful body of a of a 26-year-old man. But it's like it's in there, you know. It's in there.
Boomer.
Yes.
So you're old inside.
Yeah, maybe. in some regards.
You feel old inside. Okay. Shall we call for help? Maybe somebody from production can help you with some counseling.
Yeah, that would be lovely. I'd appreciate that.
I
production.
mean, yeah, it's understandable. You've been home all the time.
True.
Because of the current situation, like every one of us. But finally, at least we're getting out for those casts here.
Yeah. Yeah, and here we can see our last duel of tonight, which is gonna be Sailor from Troachen Esports against Kefran from, once again, Empire Swiss Royale. Or
Empire
Empire Swiss
Royale ou Roman? We don't know.
I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure. And
I
there we
think
see
it's
the last
actually-
play deck that Sailor brought on our match day on Monday. It was the Freeze Graveyard Giant Skelly deck here. So yeah, quite a cheesy one, if I may say
Because
so.
of the freezy.
Yeah, cheesy freezy.
Just because of the freezy, you call
But
it
actually,
cheesy.
actually, in
But
this,
what about the,
in
the
this
graveyard?
matchup? Actually, in this matchup, I remember I think he didn't even use it once on offense.
Freeze?
He only used it
Yeah.
defensively, and that was actually amazing because it essentially saved him the game from that bridge spam deck he was going up
Yeah.
against. So I can respect that aspect. But let's actually have a look here at Kefron.
Kefron.
And he, of course,
With the Golem deck as the last deck, and that was also very strong.
yeah, he is known to be a player who likes these heavy beatdown decks. He's very good on that Golem deck, running this one, or even his special giant minion horde minions kind of deck. We haven't seen
yeah.
it in a while. Maybe
I
he'll
hope to
bring
see
it
some
tonight.
Golem play here, because we don't get so much Golem play actually.
Yeah, it is quite tough to run on like tournament.
On the other hand,
levels.
there's not so many Inferno Towers in the game anymore, because there are Inferno Dragons.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm not sure we're gonna see a lot of Golem. It would be nice though, because yeah, it used to be a 3-crown win with Golems a lot. However, with all those bomb towers and buildings in the meta at the moment, it's become
It's just mean.
really difficult.
Just mean.
Really difficult.
We actually got a quick update. ESR stands for Empire Suisse Romande. So
Comment?
Romande.
Comment?
Romande. It's female.
La Suisse Romande.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's just the audio swallowed the.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. At some point, you are active on Twitch. Are you still streaming on Twitch?
Yes.
Do you have that like text to speech
Yeah,
plugin for like
there
donations
is
and stuff?
this feature, I think.
But you do not use it.
You mean the subtitles thing, or what do you mean exactly?
Yeah, when it for example you get a donation or something and it reads out like
yeah,
text to
that.
speech.
I'm not sure even if I activated it. or
Okay.
not. I
Yeah,
may have-
because maybe we could like use that for you. Then you can just like type it and then
and then
it would just say in a robot voice.
Empire Suisse Romande.
Exactly, and the bands here for this game are going to be Sparky and Giant Skeleton. So yeah, Sailor apparently not liking the possibility of a Giant Skeleton coming down here, and Sparky also for once getting. I mean, we have seen him played once, I think, but I'm not 100% even on that one. But so far, not too much of Sparky play.
I'm actually not sure. You have to ask our French-speaking people if it's actually l'Empire. Isn't that male? L'Empire Roman? L'Empire Suisse
No,
Roman?
I don't think.
I'm actually not sure if we're right on this one. Maybe somebody can tell us if it's Roman, because it's l'Empire, it's not La
Well,
Suisse.
the way they wrote it on screen, it was with an E at the end.
It was?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay, so then it's right. Then it's Roman.
Let's head into the game here, as we have Sailor here on the left, who decided to ban out. Yeah, quickly resetting the score there, and yeah, ban out the Sparky, and on the side of Kefron, Giant Skelly that was taken out. Nice catch here on the miner with Dark Prince. And now it's over to Sailor. Once again, he is bringing those Zappies to the match.
And the Sparky is banned, which is funny because we haven't seen the Sparky yet.
One hit there onto the bomber.
But I actually like that the Giant Skelly is banned.